Hey everyone, One Big Boss here. As you can tell from the title of the video that you clicked on, we're talking about more, I guess I wouldn't really call it cancellation, but more problems that Japan and the West seem to have when it comes to dealing with stuff like this. Now, there was a figure coming out that both my little sister and I were interested in getting because we grew up watching Digimon when we were kids. It was fantastic and we loved it. Her favorite characters, she loved Angewoman, she loved Lady Devimon as well. And there was a figure coming out of Angemon and Angewoman, and I decided I want to get both because the two of them are pretty much a pair. They were both badasses in the show when they first appeared, and every time they appeared on screen since then, in the rest of the series, they were amazing characters. They were awesome. I fucking loved them. But the problem is, the statue that they made apparently is not kid-friendly enough. Now, this is from the company that was making the figure. They canceled it because they thought the image was not for kids. That's coming from them. They wanted it to be more kid-friendly. Now, here's my take on it. A bunch of people just started bitching and complaining to you to cancel it. It's the same thing with Xenoblade Chronicles X. When you couldn't change the chest size of the character that you wanted and stuff, because apparently Nintendo of America thought that that was a bad thing, which in my opinion means, wait a minute, so you're telling the people and girls that are playing this game, and you're sending a message saying it's like, well, you're not supposed to have a big chest or anything like that. You're not supposed to have one that's really bouncy. Guess what? Women come in all shapes and sizes. And with this statue was over $100. At least where I was ordering it from, which was Big Bad Toys. And yeah, it was over $100, and it got canceled. The pre-order for that got canceled, and you can't get it outside of Japan. But apparently, they've canceled the figure altogether because the people wanted Digimon to be a kid-friendly series. Still, hate to break it to you, but as much as you made that series trying to be kid-friendly, it has some dark fucking moments in it, and some really brutal fights at times. Alright? Now, I think it's bullshit that they canceled it. Now, another thing that kind of pisses me off about it is everybody's just getting so fucking pissy and bitchy and moany about this. It's a goddamn figure, okay? I collect figures, my sister collects figures, one of my friends who's a phenomenal cosplayer, she collects figures of all kind. And you got these people who don't want to release it. Now, here's the big question. How many kids today know what the fuck Digimon is? That's what I want to know. How many kids today know what that show is? Now, granted, a lot of us that grew up with the show are now in college or almost in our 30s, and we know what the show is. And I'm going to tell you, we didn't get the best looking toys back in the day sometimes when it came to Digimon figures. If anything, they're a lot more. But what person is going to go out and buy a $100 statue and play with it? It is made to be put on display. If anything, it is for the fans of the franchises that loved it before. Because like I said, I don't really think that there are a lot of kids today who know what Digimon is. They know what Pokemon is because that has been more successful, but it's ridiculous. You're letting and I don't know why Japan's doing this. Japan has given in numerous times to different things. Dead or Alive Extreme beats Volleyball 3. Obviously, the game series is beyond fucking ridiculous, and they're fun to play with your friends because you can just make jokes at the game the whole time of how weird and stupid and it's crazy. The shit they do in the games is crazy, but they're fun to play because it's stupid fun. They folded, and they wouldn't let the game come and be released into America because of social justice warriors. Same thing with this, pretty much. Apparently, they said that they weren't influenced by other groups. They were influenced by the fact that they wanted this show to remain kid-friendly. Now, I will admit that the statue is a bit revealing, and everything, but in the show, it's kind of revealing in certain poses and certain other times too. Okay? That's just how it is. That's how Japan is. It's what they do. It's nothing new. I don't know why people are making a fucking big ass deal about it, but it's fucking ridiculous. It's a bunch of goddamn pussies feeling afraid. They could have made bank off that. Now, yes, I'm getting the Angewoman statue, which that I am very happy about, but the fact that hers got canceled, if that's your case, then cover up her chest a little more. Maybe reduce the size on the statue and everything like that, and then put the statue out again, because that statue looked badass. I personally collect figures for the detail, all right? I know a lot of people are going to think that that's bullshit and everything like that, but I collect them for details, all right? A lot of the Play Arts Kai figures I have that are up here and over here on this part of the wall where you can't see all the other stuff, plus the ones behind me, I collect them for the detail. Same with the amiibos. When I was a kid, Nintendo didn't really put out great game figures, you know, back then in the 90s and stuff like that. It just wasn't really a thing. You go back and I've seen some of the Nintendo and Sega characters now, you know, from the 90s, that when I go to flea markets and I see the toys on the wall being sold, I'm like, my God, the quality was horrible. And now we're living in a time where, sure, yeah, if you want really good ones like Play Arts Kai, you're paying over $100. But the detail in them is so fucking amazing. Except for Bayonetta's and the original Play Arts, when she got released, her face is kind of weird, and I really don't feel like paying $200 for that figure, despite the fact that I really do love the Bayonetta series. Regardless, it is beyond fucking ridiculous that they pushed out like they fucking did. I don't understand why people are so afraid of like you know, half-naked women or women with a large chest. Like, it's sending the message that you're not allowed to feel comfortable about yourself. You're supposed to meet a demographic of just one size and that's it. And then these companies out there that just they're too afraid. They're afraid of the backlash. And like I said, let's face it, this statue was going to go towards people like myself, people who have cosplayed that character, and people who have loved the series for what it is. And I have said this numerous times. People who love these female game characters, especially female cosplayers, they cosplay them to make themselves feel better. Like, they like how they look as the character. They may have self-image problems. Some of them may have lost a ton of weight, and, you know, now they like look in the eyes of the public, they look fantastic, but they still feel as if they're that person still. But regardless, doing this bullshit, it doesn't help anybody. If anything, it hurts your money. Any chance you had to get money from this character, this statue, now you're not going to do it. Again, re-release the fucking statue, fix it up if you have to make people all happy and not worried and shit like that. I don't know, maybe do a pose where, like, she's actually shooting her arrow and shit like that, you know, or something. Or she's flying in a different pose or whatever, or I don't know. But the fact of it is, I was looking forward to adding that to my collection because at one point I am getting a glass display case to fit right over here for a lot of the figures, because a lot of my Play Arts Kai figures are still boxed. I never taken them out. And, you know, for them, the statues, I'd like to collect those and put them on display. And those two would have been fantastic. Again, I think everybody is just too afraid. And I don't know why Japan, of all people, are afraid of the backlash from out here in the West. Like, it's not going to cause that big of a problem, you know? It's nothing that video games haven't been doing for years and different animes have been doing for years, okay? I mean, shit like High School of the Dead. I mean, come on, have any of you ever seen that and what that show involves, what that anime involves? And tons of other stuff from other animes that is just weird and wouldn't really be understood by most people in America, but it's entertainment. These statues were for collectors and fans of the series who have been fans for, what, 15, 20 years now? Was it 20 years or was it 15? Maybe it was 15 or 20. I'm not too sure. Either way, though, I was looking forward to getting that. I'm pissed that I'm not getting it. My sister's pissed that she's not getting it. And, I mean, sure, we're getting the Angewoman one. That's great. But again, I wanted the other one as well, as did my sister. And I know a lot of other people would have wanted it too. Again, I felt like I had to make a rant about this because I am so tired of social justice warriors and companies caving into the demands of a few people and everything because they're afraid of, like, not being able to sell the product. That's how it starts. You start caving to companies, like, to people like this, these little groups that don't have any pull at all, anything, and who will be forgotten about in a matter of weeks. You cave to them, they win, and you're losing money. Is that what you really want? You want to lose money to these assholes that don't give a fuck about anything? They don't even care about the cause. They just don't like it. And because they don't like it, and they got to make everybody else suffer. There's a lot of things that I personally don't like in my life. There's a lot. But this is like, I mean, if I don't like something, I say my piece, and then, but I don't bring people down. If, you know, like I said, it was bullshit that it happened. It's bullshit that they canceled it. And they say that it wasn't because of anybody else, but let's face it, it probably fucking was. So, thoughts and opinions down below. Let me know, because I know there's a lot of collectors, both male and female, who would be pissed about this. Okay? Because I am. Again, I am extremely pissed about this. This was something that I've wanted for a long time. Nice, detailed figures. And because it's a little over-sexualized, people are just going to be like, oh, no, you can't do that. Maybe I'm completely wrong 100% or anything, but I know people who have kids, and they would have bought that statue regardless. And they're great parents, mind you. Some of them are great parents. Others would just not, like, you know, not care or anything and be like, look, I'm buying this and everything because it's for me. It's not for my kids to play with. It's for me. Regardless, like I said, let me know your thoughts down below if you all have any and stuff like that, because I'd be really interested to, hopefully that I'm not the only one alone in this. So, as everybody, thank you for watching. I'm One Big Boss, and I will see you all next time.